Essex County Council has thrown down the gauntlet, accusing Rachel Reeves and the Treasury of draining local pockets to fund national agendas. In a fiery motion set to be debated on December 10th, the Council demands that vehicle excise duty (VED) contributions from Essex residents be redirected from Treasury coffers to fix their crumbling roads. But Reeves isn't budging. In a heated exchange caught on camera, she defends Labour's electric vehicle push, while the nation's motorists brace for punishing tax hikes. The stakes couldn't be higher. What happens next could redefine how your taxes are spent.
Madam Deputy Speaker, we want to support the take-up of electric vehicles, so I will maintain the incentives for electric vehicles in company car tax from 2028 and increase the differential between fully electric and other vehicles in the first-year rates of vehicle excise duty from April 2025. These measures will raise around £400 million by the end of the forecast period.
The battle brewing between Essex County Council and the Treasury goes far beyond a simple budgetary dispute. For years, Essex residents have dutifully paid their VED, expecting the funds to contribute to the upkeep of local infrastructure. But under the current system, those millions are funneled into the consolidated fund, dispersed across the nation without a single guarantee that Essex's roads will see a penny of it. With mounting frustration from local drivers, the Conservative-led council has decided enough is enough. Councillor Mark Durham, the motion's architect, minced no words in his statement. Essex motorists pay millions every year in car tax, and it's high time that money benefited Essex. We're tired of topping up the Treasury's coffers while our roads are riddled with potholes. His sentiments were echoed by Councillor Kevin Bentley, who seconded the motion and promised to send a strong message to Westminster. Essex will no longer be ignored. At the heart of the controversy is Rachel Reeves's recent overhaul of VED bans set to take effect in April 2025. The new system drastically increases the first-year tax for vehicles across the spectrum. For hybrids and low-emission cars, which previously enjoyed little to no tax in their first year, the costs will skyrocket. Owners of vehicles emitting between 1 and 50 grams per kilometre of CO2, primarily plug-in hybrids, will face a £110 tax, a significant jump from the current zero rate. Cars emitting between 51 and 75 grams per kilometre will see their first-year tax rise to £135, while petrol and diesel owners can expect even steeper hikes. Luxury vehicle owners are bracing for a financial punch, with first-year taxes for high-end models like the BMW X5 jumping by over £2,700. These changes, according to Reeves, are part of a broader effort to encourage the adoption of electric vehicles and meet the UK's climate targets. But critics argue that the reforms disproportionately burden middle-class families, small businesses, and rural drivers who rely on traditional vehicles. And in Essex, the anger is palpable. Local Conservative leaders accuse Reeves of using the county's motorists to bankroll Labour's green agenda while ignoring the immediate pressing needs of local communities. The Treasury's firm rejection of Essex's proposal only adds fuel to the fire. In a curt statement, officials declared, there are currently no plans to hypothecate VED revenues to specific local authorities. In other words, Essex's millions will continue to flow into the national pot, funding everything from healthcare to defence, while their roads go unrepaired. This response has left many in Essex questioning whether the system is rigged against them, with some accusing Labour of prioritising urban voters at the expense of rural and suburban communities. But Essex isn't taking no for an answer. Should the motion pass on December 10th, the Council will escalate its demands, petitioning the Chancellor, the Transport Secretary and Essex MPs to intervene. Whether this strategy will yield results is uncertain, but one thing is clear. The Council's defiance has struck a chord with frustrated motorists across the UK, who are growing weary of seeing their taxes swallowed by Westminster with little accountability. As this local battle rages on, it is playing out against the backdrop of a broader national political shake-up. Reform UK, led by Nigel Farage, has surged to an unprecedented second place in recent polls, overtaking Labour and putting the Conservatives on notice. This dramatic rise has been buoyed by a new wave of anti-establishment sentiment, with voters rallying around Farage's promise to shake up the system. And just as Labour faces backlash for its car tax policies, Reform UK has found a surprising ally in billionaire Elon Musk. Last week, Musk stirred the political pot by endorsing Reform UK in a viral social media post, confidently predicting that the party would win the next general election. This sparked rumours of an £80 million donation from the Tesla CEO to Farage's party, though Musk has since denied the claims. Still, the speculation has amplified Reform's momentum, with voters drawn to its message of challenging both Labour and the Conservatives. Farage has downplayed the Musk rumours, but hasn't shied away from highlighting the tech mogul's support. "What I do know is that Elon Musk is very supportive of me and what I'm trying to do," Farage told GB News. He sees reform as the vehicle for real change in the UK, much like he believes Donald Trump is the key to reforming America. The parallels are striking, as Musk has already set ambitious targets for government efficiency in the US, advocating for sweeping cuts and deregulation. This growing alignment between Farage and Musk has sent shockwaves through Westminster, particularly within Labour, which now finds itself squeezed on both sides. As reform climbs in the polls, Keir Starmer's party has seen its once commanding lead evaporate. Labour's slump is starkly illustrated in a new survey by Find Out Now, which places Reform at 24%, Labour at 23%, and the Conservatives leading with 26%. The poll has raised questions about Labour's ability to maintain its voter base, particularly as policies like the VED reforms alienate segments of the electorate. The stakes for Labour are immense. Reeves's vision for a greener future, while laudable, risks alienating working-class voters who feel left behind by the party's climate initiatives. Meanwhile, the Conservatives face their own challenges, as Reform's rise threatens to split the right-wing vote. For Essex, this political turmoil has only intensified their demands for fiscal autonomy. Councillor Bentley put it bluntly, "If Westminster won't prioritise us, then we'll take matters into our own hands." As the December 10th debate approaches, the outcome remains uncertain. If Essex's motion gains traction, it could inspire other local councils to follow suit, creating a domino effect that forces the Treasury to reconsider its position. On the other hand, a rejection could solidify the divide between local governments and Westminster, fueling the narrative of a distant, unaccountable central government. For now, all eyes are on Essex, where this high-stakes battle over car taxes, road maintenance, and political power is just beginning. Will the council's defiance spark a revolution in local governance, or will Reeves and the Treasury maintain their grip on the purse strings? One thing is certain, the road ahead is anything but smooth. Do you think Essex County Council is right to demand control over VED funds? Are Rachel Reeves's reforms a necessary step for the environment, or an overreach that punishes everyday motorists? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to hit subscribe and like for more explosive updates on this unfolding scandal, and stay tuned, because this fight is far from over.